We're gonna play Darkest Dungeon. We're gonna play the campaign. I had to think of a letter. Like, what am I gonna call this? And I couldn't think of a decent name to call the Darkest Dungeon Estate. Then I asked Chris Griffiths, and he come up with the perfect name. The most evil name. Well, most evil name in all of Kansas. Okay, so, long story short, this dude is evil, and he created evil in his house. Well, I guess the evil was already there. He just dug it up. Then he invited people.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path.
I know how the tutorial works.
Dispatch this thug in
Anyway,
brutal
so,
fashion. Then
long
all
story
may hear
short,
your arrival.
the guy whose voice you're hearing booming over everyone, he's, the evil guy that invited death and destruction to his house, and he commits suicide or kills himself or something, but yet he's still allowed to narrate the story.
A faint hope blossoms.
Yes, I know what loot is. Thank you very much. And that's pretty much all you know. He just talks in the background constantly.
Hacks laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Oh my god.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places. An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Aha! He's got one hit point. I can't hit him. He's dead.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade.
There we
Continue the
go.
onslaught. Destroy
Money.
them.
Okay, now that we've completed the mission, blah blah blah, we can now return to the hamlet. When you go back to town, all of your shit resets. So, what did Reginald get? Precision strike. That's nice. We need a precise strike, Ella.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Thanks. Get help as you may. Blah blah blah. This is a graveyard.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
When your heroes die, they go there. It's no big deal. People die all the time.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
And this is just where you go to watch the videos you've already seen, and of course, he will speak of all the different monsters that you slay.
Has come to us.
Lots of audio files in here.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Okay, so, since you're constantly losing heroes, you need to replace them. The stagecoach brings new heroes. Blah blah blah. I like how it tells you, it's like, hey, you can't do anything else for now. These buildings here you have no access to. So they're inactive. But they will open up. they really don't mean anything until after you've done a mission or two. Since we're going to be going through a lot of heroes, I'm going to take away their regular names and they're going to get nicknames. Yes, I have a shit ton of nicknames. And everyone will have a cool nickname that they will approve of or die trying to approve of. Should we do this in alphabetical order? Everybody gets a different letter of the alphabet? Okay, this guy's a crusader, so your call sign. AWOL. Badger. Chaos. And Doctor. Why? Because that's what they do. They're like medics. In fact, I don't even like the red. You're gonna get white, because bitchin'. Oh, and you're white. Now I'm gonna change you. You're green, because you have to deal with poison. You are a hardcore damage dealer, so you're gonna get red. And AWOL is blue, because why the fuck not? Okay.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
I know what I'm doing, thank you very much. Okay, the usual suspects. Oh no, the Red Hook.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Thank you, caretaker. You always want to bring along food. Always, always, always. You can fuck this up by not bringing along food. Shovels are used to get by stuff and to break shit open. Torches make your life easier. This is a short mission, so I'm not going to bring along a bunch of shit. And here we go. Okay, so this is the map of the zone. You go left, you go right, you do this various shit. I'm not going to talk the whole time because obviously you don't want to hear me bullshitting the entire mission. But if you look at the top here, this is your the light, room light. As you walk, it slowly decreases. Right click on your torches, boom, you refill your freaking light power. The darker it gets, the harder monsters get. The whole game gets harder the darker the room gets. That's why it's called Darkest Dungeon. So you keep the place well lit, you'll have a good time. You don't keep it well lit, shit hits the fan. Oh my god, skeletons!
Well struck.
Skeletons are vulnerable to blight.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Extra shovel. Nice. You just kind of explore, and then your objective is up in the corner by where your scouting thing is. Up by the scouting, it just says explore 90% of the room. So we can explore every room in this dungeon except for one. Which will be too easy, we'll just go straight up and over. But this is why...
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, this is why you have shovels. If you don't, and you just click OK, you have to claw it open with your hands. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so when the enemy catches you off, like, surprise, it rearranges your people. And that sucks balls. Because, like, this guy... He's got certain abilities that he can only use from certain positions in this organization. This guy can use pistols from any range. So, Yay for him. This guy, completely worthless. I have to move him up front. This guy's got a stab, but really his forte should be from the back. So, yeah, like I said, that's shit damage. She's in a good spot at least. She can stun. Nope, she can't stun. And this is a really shitty situation because they can attack us, but we can't attack back because we're weak. Take your shitty fighters and move them, and make your powerful fighters keep attacking. So you can try to bring down their troops, their fighters, while you're trying to get your people back into good positions. That was a real shitty attack. Stunned one of them.
The promise.
Okay, so that guy's dead. That poison does 4 ticks of damage per hit, and he only has 2 hit points, and it does 4 damage, so he's done.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
He's dead. It would have done damage to him the next time his turn came around.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Nothing in here. The icons on the map, they just tell you, like, this room has treasure, and this has just got something interesting. A curio just means there's treasure, like this is a curio. Sometimes it contains good things, sometimes it contains bad things. Oops, I didn't reorganize my people. Fuck! There we go. Got everybody back in place. Ow. I'm gonna stun that guy. He's resistant. If you will not be stunned, then you will be killed. Okay, so this guy, the Highwayman, people don't really like Highwaymen because they're just a straight up DPS class. But they have some of the best abilities, and you'll see, like, in later of my videos, I usually try to use a Highwayman whenever I can. But, like, see, this guy's got 2 hit points of health. He's not worth shooting because he'll do like 10 points of damage, and it'll just be a wasted, shot. But you shoot the grapple shot, you can kill him and damage the others.
Them all.
Fuck me. Ow.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, so a couple things I need to show you. Whenever you click on these 2 tabs down here, you got this is your loot, the shit you're carrying, and this is the map of the place, which apparently we just scouted a bunch of rooms. Whenever your people are out of order from the way you started, you just organize them back. And she is injured horribly. Another thing we can do is we click on this because we want to open this, but of course it could be trapped, so we use a key. And you get more loot. Woot. Continue with the onslaught. Another thing is, these are traps on the floor. You can see them pretty obvious. you can click on your people, or not click on them, but you can cursor over your people and you can see who is the best at disarming traps in your party. Currently it's the Highwayman at 90%. If he'd have failed at that, I would have been upset.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
2 more rooms to check. Also, whichever character you have selected on while you're walking around is the person who's going to be doing the acting. So, like, this guy just opened that chest. If it had been something bad, he could have gotten poisoned or whatever. Just, you know... Oh, hello. Hunger check. This is basically, hey, your people have been wandering for a certain amount of time, and they're hungry. You have to have food in order to feed them. If you don't have food, they will get stressed. And as you can see here, the top bar is your health, bottom bar is your stress. Your stress fills up a lot faster. You can die from stress long, before you ever die of HP loss. On top of that, when your character gets down to 1 hit point, like he's almost dead, he just becomes at death's door, meaning he's ready to die. He's going to die if he takes a few more hits. Nothing in this room. We're going to use 1 more shovel, and we're going to get in a fight. Maybe. Yep. Badger, unleash the beast.
The ground quakes.
Ow. My God. It just keeps coming.
Press this advantage.
Boom.
Give them no quarter.
By the way, that blight stacks. So it was doing 4 damage, now it's doing 8 damage.
A powerful blow.
Get the damn corpses out of the way.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Even though it's mission complete, I'm going to cancel and open up this chest. And I'm kicked in the balls for my efforts. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell.